What separates us from every other species that's walked this earth? It wasn't our strength or our speed or even our numbers. It was a spark, stone striking stone, fire erupting from human hands. In that moment, 2 million years ago, we stopped being the hunted and became the hunter. And it was all because of one person who decided to strike those two stones together. The same pattern plays out even today. Think about your smartphone, something so commonplace now that even children use it. Yet, just 17 years ago, a team of engineers developed it, and one person stood on stage to introduce it to the world. Some people dismissed it as just another gadget, but that collective effort, driven by their foresight, completely reshaped how billions of us live, work, and connect. Looking at history, we can see that real change often starts with a small group of people. This lines up perfectly with what is known as Pareto's principle, where 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. So when we talk about real change that affect our world, we're talking about the work of this vital 20%. This vital 20% is like a black dot on a vast white canvas. Its presence shifts the entire image. It draws the eye, disrupts the ordinary, and in doing so, transforms the entire canvas. Change is never easy, and those who dare to reimagine our world often face overwhelming opposition, economic pressures, social prejudice, and deeply entrenched power structures. Yet, what separates transformative individuals is an unwavering commitment to human dignity and progress. When your vision is rooted in improving human existence, then criticism becomes noise, obstacles become challenges, setbacks become stepping stones, until your belief becomes a driving force so powerful that nothing can stop you. Think about every major shift that has transformed our world. The civil rights movement began with a small group refusing to accept the status quo. The environmental movement began with a handful of scientists and activists raising the alarm. The fight for education for all began with individuals standing up in their own communities. These weren't people with special powers or unlimited resources. They were people who saw something that needed to change and refused to wait for someone else to do it. These movements show us that being part of the vital 20% isn't about being the first or the most famous. It's about recognizing when change is possible and having the courage to add your force to it. Sometimes this means starting something new, and sometimes it means amplifying what others have begun until it becomes an unstoppable force. This is where we need focus, determination, and perseverance to make our mark in the pages of history. So, speaking of history, what does it all come down to? That first spark of fire started as one moment, one action, one choice, but it went on to light up the entire story of mankind. Today, we're still striking new kinds of sparks. They might not be made of stone and flame anymore, but they're just as powerful. Whether they're sparking movements, innovations, or revolutions in how we live. The amazing thing is We don't need to wait for these sparks to happen. Like that first ancestor who picked up those stones, we can create them. And that's the real power of this vital 20%. It's not that they are special, but it's that they choose to strike the spark while others wait for the fire. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan.